All the celebrities who have a twin you didn't know about. When you spot certain actors, singers, or supermodels running errands or grabbing coffee, be aware that you might actually be seeing Rami Malek or Gisele Bündchen's twin. What's better than keeping up with your favorite actor? Maybe it's finding out that there's more DNA where they came from. Famous siblings are relatively common, of course, from the brothers Hemsworth and Jonas to the trio of sisters who make up the band Haim. And so many stars count one or more siblings as their best friends in the world, business partners, roommates, etc. But there are only so many who bunked together before they were even born. There are sets of celebrity twins you know well because they've been building their brand together every step of the way, a la Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, and others who you've seen a lot of, only, you're just not sure which one is in which thing. Then there are stars who were born as one half of a pair and their brother or sister has a regular job. So you may not know who they are, but rest assured that their biggest fan is usually their twin. Or, in Gisele Bündchen's case, her business manager. And if you happen to spy a celebrity's identical twin in the wild, you can only hope they're the sort who won't disabuse you of the thrill of snapping a selfie with an obliging star. No one has to know, and maybe not even you, that Rami Malek was really on location somewhere and you came across Sami Malek grabbing coffee. If that old switcheroo still works. We were born identical, Rami explained on the Graham Norton show. And somewhere around, I don't know, 18, we started to diverge a little bit. But they're still two halves of a whole, a notion that Ashton Kutcher and Michael Kutcher or Scarlett Johansson, who's never mistaken for her twin brother Hunter Johansson, understands. If there is a truly altruistic person I know in my life, it's my brother, Scarlett Johansson told People in 2020 of Hunter, who founded the first responder aid organization Solar Responders. He reminds me to be a better person all the time. I'm incredibly proud of him. Now, here are the celebs with twins you didn't know about. We're looking at you. Or a sibling you didn't know was their twin Michael and Ashton Kutcher. At birth, Ashton weighed 10.5 pounds and Michael, a surprise arrival 5 minutes later to parents who thought they were expecting a son, weighed 4 pounds. I tell people he must have ate everything while we were in the womb. Michael, who was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at 3 and received a heart transplant at 13, told the Associated Press in 2012. But the activist and father of 3 eventually forgave Ashton for his big appetite and for spilling the beans about Michael's condition years ago in an interview. I was very angry. Very angry. I remember speaking to him about it, Michael told Today Parents in May. I didn't want to be the face of CP. I never talked about it. Ultimately, however, he realized that Chris, Ashton's actual first name, did me the biggest favor he's ever done because he allowed me to be myself. The That 70s Show star told Today Parents, my brother's daily actions remind me that life isn't about running around challenges, it's about running through them. Mike has a relentless work ethic and a deep compassion for others. Hunter and Scarlett Johansson. There are few places and moments when my sister can move about without being recognized, Hunter told Parade in 2015, noting that they led very normal city lives growing up with their 2 older siblings in New York. When those rare instances happen, he continued, I am reminded of a time before her celebrity, when we were kids, and I treasure that. She is my other half. Nothing is more important to me than my twin. Scarlett would agree, saying of her activist brother, who at the time was working at a nonprofit that was helping to rebuild homes after Hurricane Sandy, I feel very connected to him. He's the most golden-hearted person. I think a lot of people spend their life looking for a partner, someone to be a mirror to reflect upon, to remind them that they've lived. You want someone to tell you what he witnessed in your life. My twin brother has always been that for me. Sami and Rami Malek. Yes, they've pretended to be each other here and there over the years. Sami, who's younger by 4 minutes, is a teacher now, but as kids we did some bad stuff, Rami said on Jimmy Kimmel Live, noting that they've looked less exactly the same as time has gone by. Luckily their version of bad boy behavior was Rami performing a monologue from a Greek tragedy for his unprepared brother in class one day. It's going to give me the points I need to get my degree, the actor recalled Sami, who was a few units shy of graduating, telling him. In Rami's version of events, after the applause he garnered raised the teacher's suspicions, she pulled him aside and asked, how did you learn how to do that? He replied, oh, it's just a hobby. She asked if he would perform an encore for her next class, But he excused himself, saying he was parked in a red zone and had to go. Patricia and Gisele Bündchen. Today Patty and I get to celebrate 4 decades of being alive on this amazing planet. How lucky I was to be born with my twin and best friend. Gisele wrote on Instagram to mark their 40th birthday in 2020. Vin Diesel and Paul Sinclair. It's been fairly easy for Paul to drive under the radar since his fraternal twin, Mark Sinclair, opted for a memorable stage name. Talking about a photo of his real brother standing with the late Paul Walker, the co-star whom Vin christened Pablo and who became like a brother to him, the actor explained during a 2015 Facebook livestream, per MTV News. You see, the other guy in the photo is also named Paul, and although they look more alike, he is actually my twin brother. Chloe and Noah Schnapp. In wishing his sister a happy 17th birthday in October 2021, the Stranger Things star called her the best twin a brother could ask for, adding, "Here's to this duo for many more years." Giovanni and Marissa Ribisi. To be honest, I have a twin brother, so I've had a built-in confidence always my whole life that, if anything, I always had my brother, Marissa shared on the podcast Proper Talk by Tonya in May 2021. And my sister's a year younger and we were a really, really tight family, so I didn't have a lot of friend drama. And if I did, I would just retreat back up. And I always had my family, which always, most important. The movies she and Giovanni have made together, 1998's Some Girl and 2001's According to Spencer, were also family affairs. Both were co-written by Marissa and Count their mom, Gay Ribisi, as a producer. Marissa also popped up in Giovanni's pandemic-era Netflix series On the Verge, an ensemble dramedy created by Julie Delpy, Javon Walton and Jaden Walton. Meet the Euphoria actor's twin brother, Jaden. "Nothing can come between us, J-Dub," Javon wrote back in 2018. While Javon focuses on his acting, Jaden appears to be more into sports, sharing several photos of himself with Onward Athletics Baseball on Instagram. Jake and Joseph Fiennes. "I am a twin, but my brother and I aren't identical, so it's not such a big deal," Joseph told The Guardian in 2016. "But when you share bunk beds and birthdays and a womb with someone, you have a special connection. It definitely feels different from the relationship I have with my other siblings. My twin and I are more connected." Jacob is a conservationist. A land management.